All right, so we're at another spot on this 626 food tour right here. We're at Yumiyaki Sukiyaki House. If you guys haven't had sukiyaki, it is like Japanese form of hot pot. It is, sukiyaki is like a sweet soya based soup. It's one of my favorites, and it is November in California right now, so the weather cooled down a bit. That's why I'm wearing the DVW sweater merch right here. So when the weather cools down, it's always great to have hot pot soup, and it's all you can eat, and not just any all you can eat, it's all you can eat A5 Wagyu. So yeah, let's go inside Yumiyaki and get some all you can eat A5 sukiyaki. All right, let's go, guys. Got the first table right here. Down. All right, ready to eat. So it is certified A5 Wagyu here, so they have a full fridge right here of all of their A5 Wagyu meats. It's a Wagyu chuck roll, A5 shoulder, and you guys can tell it's A5 by the marbling. Look at that. Right in between the meat fibers are a bunch of that delicious white fat characterized in a lot of A5 meats right here, A5 ribeye. So there's a whole fridge right here. So this is no joke, guys, it's real A5. This is the restaurant right here on a Thursday evening. It's pretty poppin', looks very nice in here. So yeah, a lot of, you know, families, couples enjoying their all-you-can-eat A5 Wagyu meal. It looks pretty neat in here. I feel like I'm in a little Shabu house in Japan. Yumiyaki right here. The branding's on point. Oh yeah, it's very nice. Look at this. Oh, and then on these walls, there's like little meat trivias right here. Angus, the American Wagyu. Guys, there's a little sushi bar here too. I feel like I'm in a little Japan, little Tokyo right here. How you doing? What's your name? Henry. What's up, Henry? So we got Henry back here, sushi chef, making the sushi for us, because it's not just shabu shabu food, there's also sushi. Thank you, Henry. Henry in the back. Thank you. Appreciate it, Henry.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Cool. All right, so we got Kenny here. He's going to be taking care of us. Can you, this is my first time here at a Sukiyaki house. Can you let us know what's the difference between this and a hot pot spot, and let us know about Yumiyaki?
Yeah, well, welcome. I love seeing first timers. So the difference really between Sukiyaki is we serve like a sweet soy sauce base, and then most hot pot places kind of serve more like a clear base. And we also have Wagyu here as well, which is kind of what we're known for. And a lot of people say it's like kind of like a replica of how they have it in Japan as well, with like the egg yolk and like the Wagyu, and then like the closest replica here than any other place they've ever been to. That's what most people say. So.
It's funny that he just said that, because walking in here, I feel like I'm in a little Tokyo or a little Japan or something like that. There's like a sushi bar. It's like really cute and small with that little vegetable station right there. But yeah, I definitely feel like I'm in Japan.
Right? I've never been, but I hope this is what it feels like.
Awesome. Thank you.
So yeah, like we said, we have two different broths right now. We're just gonna be our sukiyaki or shabu shabu. Like I said, sukiyaki's gonna be a little sweet. And then shabu shabu will be more like a dashi broth, so it'll be a little on the fishier side. And then I would recommend the sukiyaki as well. And then we also have two different menus right now, our gold and diamond. Everything is all you can eat, but with our gold, it's going to be $78 per person, and it comes with all these four meats, like our chuck ribeye, brisket, shoulder, and M9. But the main difference between the diamond and the gold is that on our diamond, you can choose one of these raw dishes as well, like Wagyu tartare with caviar, uni toro bowl, or toro with caviar, or toro tartare. And then it also comes with the Wagyu nigiris as well. But then the meats are kind of similar, but then you guys also get our A5 ribeye, which is going to be our most premium prime A5 we have. And then we also have a new Masang ribeye, which is going to be our American ribeye. That's all.
Appreciate it, Kenny. Thank you. This is the A5 Wagyu, guys. All types of Wagyu right here. This looks like the ribeye, huh? The A5 Wagyu ribeye right here. Got some pasteurized egg for the sukiyaki. Got some more Wagyu ribeye right here. This is our spread here at Yumiyaki, guys. Look at this. Got a full spread of Wagyu A5, all that good stuff. And there's sushi here too. Ooh, this looks good. The seared Wagyu nigiri right here. Looks like there's some caviar on this one. I don't know what that is. Could be foie gras. Right there. Alrighty, so this is the menu right here, guys. There's a gold and a diamond menu, and this is everything we could get there. And as you guys can see, there is all you can eat A5 Wagyu for the diamond. That's what we're getting, $88 per person. And you get all of these offerings right here that we're about to show you guys. So Kenny's gonna hook us up here. So apparently the first two meats are grilled and then the rest are sukiyaki soup. So let's see.
So there's gonna be some leeks over here, and then it's gonna be like a Wagyu fat, where it's kind of like oil of some pan. It's on the stick. And then we add a little bit of sugar. And then this is gonna be our either
Wow, it's like dinner and a show, guys. Wow, that smells insane. The aroma coming out of that grill is magnificent. Okay, so you're gonna put it in here. Okay. What kind of sauce is that? Sukiyaki sauce right there. Sukiyaki. Dip it in the pasteurized egg. That's like our starter, right?
Yeah.
Like we gotta start with that, like a little appetizer. It's all you can eat, but they tell us what to eat. Alright guys, so this is our all-you-can-eat A5 Wagyu spread here at Yumiyaki. So, Kenny helped us out with the first dish. You're recommended to try some of the premium A5 Wagyu grilled in their sukiyaki grill sauce with a pasteurized egg. So let's try this out. Let's try this out. Wow, that is a mouthful. With that pasteurized egg, it makes the A5 nice, premium, rich, and yeah, that sukiyaki sauce on that A5 gives it that extra sweet, salty flavor. Fire. I love sukiyaki, guys. Whenever I go to Hotpot, I actually opt for sukiyaki, so we're at a full-on sukiyaki house, so that is what you're recommended to try the meat with. So, if you guys didn't know what shabu shabu meant in Japanese is swish swish. So how I'm gonna do is, we have a plethora of A5 Wagyu meats here, so I like my meats rare, medium rare, so we're gonna dip it swish swish in this little sukiyaki broth base here and try out all the meat for you guys. But it's not just meat here, there's a bunch of options. There's sushi, sashimi, there's a little appetizer vegetable station, and there's these little grilled Wagyu nigiris right here. This one's with caviar and this one's with foie gras. This looks crazy. Try this out. We're gonna try the uni one. Alright, look at this. The presentation is insane, by the way, here. Everything is very beautifully presented. Well, let's try this out. So it is Wagyu tartare, so you eat it raw just like this. This is not a mirage, an illusion. I'm not cooking this, I'm eating it just like this. Salud. That is creamy. Oh yeah, the little mini cubes of A5 Wagyu just pops and you get that creamy uni on top. Very fresh uni. You don't get a lot of that oceany taste on it, and there's some little sushi rice at the bottom as well. It's really good. So this is another Wagyu tartare. Let's try this one out. This one is with caviar. This is a very interesting place because it's called Sukiyaki House, but there's much more items than that. Let's try it out. That's crazy. So that's Otoro tartare tuna belly. So it's very soft, flavorful, and you got that caviar on top that adds that extra salty spritz with that sushi rice. That's fire. And I think that's unlimited too. That's crazy. They got all you can eat Otoro tartare here. I had this at Makia. I love this one right here. This is the seared Wagyu with foie gras. Try this one out right here. Woo. You get hit right in the face with that sear on top of the Wagyu, and it's so tender and flavorful and thin. It just melts on the palate. And this one had foie gras on it, so a little creamy texture on top. Let's try this one. This one's with the caviar right here. This is, the presentation here is insane. Let's try this out. Ooh, wow. Also same searedness to that Wagyu, tender, but you get hit with that salty spritz of the caviar. Alrighty, so there's some more items here. Yeah, I'm having fun here. This is like all you can eat buffet. Well, there's a buffet station, but this is all you can eat, guys. So we're gonna get our money's worth and eat everything here. So this looks like a little hand roll. It looks like a salmon hand roll with caviar. Guys, caviar is not cheap, and so it is a premium menu, but there's also premium items, guys. So there's caviar on almost everything here. Oh yeah, so this is actually limited 2 per order, but ooh, salmon's very soft. I love salmon, and you get a little salty, little pop with the caviar. It kind of just pops in your mouth. Got a little saltiness if you guys have caviar, you guys know. Contrast and textures too. There's that nice thin seaweed on it. It gives it a nice crisp after that very, very soft salmon. That's bars. Guys, I'm feeling spoiled. I'm dining like a king right now. There's caviar and everything right here. So that's the differentiating factor of, you know, this hot spot versus a lot of other ones. There's caviar in all of these dishes. So this yellowtail hand roll, try it out. That fish so soft, tender, flavorful. I could inhale these hand rolls, which I did if you guys couldn't see, but cool. Usually I like salmon more than yellowtail, but that yellowtail is super sweet, fresh. That's hard, guys. So usually when you go to a buffet, all you can eat, and it's known for something, this spot being a hot pot, you kind of expect, you know, different quality levels of the different items, but the sushi items are on point here. It's like real a la carte sushi nigiri items that you get at a little hand roll bar or sushi bar, and there's actually a sushi bar right next to us. So let's try the A5 Wagyu chuck roll right here. Looks very beautifully marbleized. And I'm throwing the sukiyaki broth right here. Let it cook a little bit. So I like my meats rare, especially if it's A5 Wagyu, very quality meats. So I just swish it for about 5 to 10 seconds. And then it's ready to go for me. Alright, because I want to taste the sukiyaki broth, I'm going to try this just by itself, no sauces, just sukiyaki. That is tender. It melts on the tongue right when you place it there, and it takes on the flavor of the sukiyaki, that sweet, salty soya base. That's fire. But I still have more of the pasteurized egg to dip it in. That's a key distinction also with sukiyaki broth. You put in the sukiyaki and dip it in the egg, and it's good to go. All right, guys. If you guys remember our friend Ophelia from the Niku X Buffet, she's back here to help us out with some of the sukiyaki here. She's a A5 Wagyu Sukiyaki expert, so she's gonna tell us how to cook the shoulder meat, and she's gonna try it out for us. Let me know what you think, Ophelia.
Hi, DBW friends.
Try that out. Okay. That's the shoulder, right? Yeah, I think that's the shoulder. Alright, pasteurized egg action right there. See, that's that shoulder meat right there. How's it? Tender? How's the sukiyaki broth?
I think we need to add more.
Add more? Okay. Yeah, so if you guys want your sukiyaki more flavorful, there's a sukiyaki sauce on your table to add more soup and sauce. Good?
Perfect.
Alright guys, I'm having fun here. There's so many different items. I'm gonna turn into a cow after leaving this spot. There's so much red meat. We're getting very carnivorous in here. This is guys, I feel like I'm eating like a king here. There's caviar in every dish. Caviar, Wagyu tartare with some avocado. It looks like a balsamic vinaigrette sauce. I don't know if it is or not. It looks like it. Let's try it out. That's a good sauce. It is some type of balsamic sauce, but the contrast of texture with that bed of avocado in it just makes it much more tender and soft. And I love avocado. We're in California, so yeah, avocado is king. But yeah, this is flames. That sauce is a game changer. Yeah, I actually misspoke. You guys could double check the menu. I showed it in the B-roll, but most of these items are actually all you could eat. So I could order multiple items of this and just go to Pound Town on this Wagyu tartare. So this is an interesting meat right here. This is called it's new on the menu, a Masami ribeye. So this is a new type of meat. It's called Masami ribeye. I've never had this before. All the meat here have been pretty delicious and premium, so we'll see. Put close up on this dipping action right here. Like I said, I like it nice and rare. Alrighty, so my first time trying a Masami ribeye. I don't know what that is, but we'll check it out here. Try this out. Oh wow. It's very lean, but tender and soft. Like it's not just pure fat. There's not a lot of fat cap on it, but very lean and very tender. And we added more of the sukiyaki to the broth. So the first, little dip with the truck roll. The meat wasn't too sukiyaki flavored up, but you could always adjust it. I like my meats very salty, savory, and sweet with the sukiyaki. So we got this little bottle right here, the sukiyaki right here, and we just added more. So I'm gonna add more to this. Yeah, because when it gets nice and boiled and simmering, the soup gets more flavorful with all that soup base and all that meatiness in there, and that's what flavors the meat. But after that bite, I think the soup is good to go because that little dip for the Masami ribeye made it nice, salty, sweet, savory, and flavorful. Let's try this right here. This is the brisket. Ooh, you got some sides. This is the brisket right here. Try this out. Oh yeah. Alright, so we got the A5 brisket right here with the super souped up sukiyaki. We're gonna do some pasteurized egg action on here. brisket's usually a fattier meat, so let's try this off. Let's try this right here. Oh yeah, that's the one. I love brisket with the extra pasteurized egg. It makes it nice and creamy, soft. Ooh, that one's a nice bite. That texture is amazing. It's nice and creamy, soft. I just slurped that up. I can inhale that. That's fire. All the meat here so far has been great. Most of them A5 Wagyu cuts, and they're super tender, flavorful, and delicious. And a lot of the flavor is coming out of this Sukiyaki broth. And you know, sometimes at hot pot places, you know, you have some peanut sauce, hot sauce, you know, a little soya ponzu garlic sauce, but with Sukiyaki, so much flavor comes from that soup. That's, I guess, the difference between a traditional hot pot and Sukiyaki, that you don't even need that extra sauce with it. You give me a little dip in that Sukiyaki and some of the A5 flavorful tender meats, and we're good to go here. Julia is a friend who recommended us this Sukiyaki Yumiyaki spot right here, so yeah, we're having a great time eating all of this A5 Wagyu. So she's gonna do the honors for us with this brisket. Let's see. Alrighty, so we re-upped on my favorite unlimited meat here, the brisket. Guys, this is legit A5 Wagyu brisket, so tender and flavorful. I feel like if you guys can eat and you get this all day, it's well worth it for me. So yeah, this is my pick, DVW score for all you can eat. 10 out of 10 for this A5 brisket. To each their own, but I like that tender, fatty, flavorful meats. So there's a self-serve station. I love Japanese curry, and there's a Wagyu Japanese curry station there with some Japanese rice right here. So let's try this out. Oh yeah. There's some minced Wagyu in that curry. Not to be confused with the more popular Indian curry. Japanese curry is nice, creamy on the sweet side. Sweet and savory. Just like the Sukiyaki, I would say it's like sweet and savory. So yeah, pretty fire. This all you can eat variety at Yumiyaki. There's so much items to be had here. Sushi, curry, rice items, hot, cold items, and all you can eat Wagyu. Salud. Alright, also besides the brisket, we had to order another one of the nigiris right here with caviar and foie gras. This, along with the A5 brisket, is also one of my favorite items. I misspoke earlier because it says 2 pieces per order on the menu, but you can order them unlimited. They just come in 2 pieces. That's fire. And they don't just got regular sushi here. Oh, we got some sashimi as well, salmon, yellowtail, and tuna. It's not just regular traditional sashimi. There's Carpaccio as well, yellowtail Carpaccio, and salmon Carpaccio. I love me some Carpaccio. The difference between Carpaccio and a regular nigiri, there's usually a sauce pre-made that's put in there. Usually some type of oil-based sauce, but yeah. Alright, I feel like I keep harping on this, but man, when there's so much variety, I gotta try out everything. So there is tuna sashimi. Let's try this out. Looks like bluefin. We'll see. I believe it is bluefin. Nice, thick, cold, chunky, and nice chew. But it's very fresh. I'm, again, blown away by the freshness of all the seafood items. And there's the sashimi. Nice. Salmon, nice huge block right here. Oh yeah. My teeth just demolish that piece of salmon. It's more creamier in texture than the tuna. I love salmon. Let's try this yellowtail right here. It looks like a really premium fatty piece of yellowtail because you can see a lot of the fat marbling on there. Let's try this out. Yeah, all 3 cuts of fish, super premium fresh, as far. It's all about the texture with the sashimi. I like it when it's cut nice in big blocks, and then my teeth just breaks it down. Like I said, variety. I'm gonna try out everything for you guys. So it looks like some yellowtail Carpaccio with a little sriracha and jalapeno. Try it out. With sushi, any type of food, it's the attention to detail. It is a thinner slice than the sashimi block, and it makes just that difference because it soaks up all that sauce on there. And ooh, there's a kick from that jalapeno. Wow, a little sweet soya flavor right there. Let's try this salmon Carpaccio. There's some truffle in that sauce for sure. Wow, I was hit in the face with that truffle base right there. That is fire. That's a 10 out of 10 for buffet standards. All you can eat standards right there. Nice thin piece of salmon soaks up all that truffle Carpaccio sauce. That's really good. Woo. And yeah, I'm gonna get unlimited orders of these because these are fire. The Wagyu nigiri. Salud. Oh, so we've been eating so much Wagyu. We gotta get some veggies in. Looks like this is like a fortune bag. We got some cabbage, mushroom. Right here. Alright, so there's this item over at the self-serve bar called fortune bag. Let's see if I get good fortune while eating this bag. I devoured it already, but there's a nice crunchy piece of shrimp in there. It's like a little tofu bag. It almost reminds me of like a dim sum item, like a shumai, because there was shrimp in there and some other type of filling. So it's like a shrimp wrapped in a little tofu bag. That's actually really good. I feel very fortuitous now. Does that work? Fortuitous? I'm feeling good fortune now. Let's go. Make sure you guys subscribe if you guys haven't, to bring more good fortune in 2025, baby. So there's some scallop right here. Looks like nice big piece of scallops. It's also a premium seafood item. Can you just give it a little bit? Alright. Okay, cool, thank you. Alright, and when you guys are having sukiyaki, you aren't beholden to, you know, the flavor in the soup. If it's too salty, too sweet, you can have them add some more shabu water to, you know, balance out the flavor, and vice versa. There's more sukiyaki if you want more flavor. I'm a salty guy, so I like the extra flavor. But yeah, guys, there is more items here that we haven't tried yet. There's a scallop, very premium seafood item. There's also tiger shrimp as well, but sometimes I like to keep my hands clean. I don't like to shell my shrimp, so we're gonna skip on that today. Let's try the scallop though. Oh yeah, nice fresh scallop, no oceany flavor to it. Nice and chunky, nice little chew. I love scallop, I could eat all day. Put some butter garlic on there, and I'm inhaling 50. Alright, so yeah, it's an all-you-can-eat spot, guys. We are feasting. I got more of my favorite meat, the A5 Wagyu brisket, and I figured out what the masami was. The masami is just a Japanese word for the American Wagyu, so yeah, I guess I have tried it, but yeah, guys. Let's keep going in, guys. Gonna get our money's worth. Diamond menu, it is a hit here. $88 per person. I would say not bad for, you know, if you guys can eat A5 Wagyu and the service, the vibes. It's a very impressive environment right here to, you know, impress, you know, your family and friends, bring them here for a birthday or something. Great vibes here at Yumiyaki. Wow, this dish really surprised me right here. truffle oil Carpaccio salmon. And this is actually one of the best Carpaccios I've had at any buffet or restaurant. And it's surprising because it's here at a Sukiyaki restaurant. It's flames. Guys, it's the vegetable market. This is really cute, guys, where they have their appetizer side sodas. I feel like I'm in a little Tokyo Japanese little market right here, even though I've never been to Japan, but I'm planning to, so stay tuned for the travel vlog. But yeah, guys, this place is very neat. I feel like I've been transported into a little Japanese village where there's sukiyaki and sushi everywhere. Alrighty, so we had a feast here at Yumiyaki, but you know what they say? What I say always, it's basically just an excuse to eat more, but no matter how full you are, there's always room for dessert. So there's some all-you-can-eat ice cream. There's 4 flavors. We are at a Japanese spot, so I got some matcha, and I'm a vanilla type guy. I always love vanilla, so basic. Let's try it out. It's a good matcha, nice and creamy. Nice sweetness, little aperitif to wash down all that good salty and savory meats. Ice cream is always welcome after an abundance of meat. Alrighty, see you guys outside. Yeah, guys, that is it for our 626 Chinese Asian food tour of the 626 area. It is an area code for, you know, this greater Los Angeles area, mostly comprised of San Gabriel Valley, Monterey Park, Rowland Heights, because this area has some banging Chinese and Asian food. I could probably do a couple of tours here because there is no shortage of good eats here. But yeah, guys, comment down below if you guys want to see a part 2, and if you guys have any recommendations for us, and click here for another food tour video anywhere else in the world. And hope you guys like this video. Subscribe if you guys haven't, and yeah, see you guys in the next one. Deuces.